let's get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh, and if you want to grab like a pillow or a blanket or something, we'll probably use one later. Probably use one later toward the end for more of a restorative posture. So if you have one of those, you can grab it and bring it near if you want. All right. So we'll start in Supta Baddha Konasana. For that, press the soles of your feet together to touch. Butterfly your knees out to the width of your mat. You can bring your heels as close or as far away from your body as you'd like. And then recline all the way down to your back. And place your hands wherever you want today. You can leave them just laying on the floor with your palms up. You can place one hand over your heart, one over your belly to really feel your breath enter and leave your body. So you can choose how your arms start today. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in, feel your belly rise, your chest expand. Then a nice loud open mouth exhale, sigh your air out. Another inhale just like that, deep full breath in through your nose. This time seal your lips at the top and exhale back out your nose. Continue breathing here like this, in and out through your nose. Try to match the length of your inhales and your exhales. Take one more deep breath in. Another slow breath out. Grab the outer edges of your thighs and close your knees up together like a book. Draw your knees in toward your chest and then slowly drop them over to the left side, stacking your hips on top of one another. So your hips, your knees, and your ankles will all stack. Then take your arms either out to a goalpost or a T on the floor. Press both shoulder blades down into the ground. Option to drop your gaze over your right shoulder for an easy supine twist. Let your body fall into the ground. No need to force anything. Your next inhale, return your knees to center. Draw your knees back into your chest. And then slowly drop your legs over to the right side of your mat, stacking your hips, knees, and ankles on top of one another. And then take your arms out to either a goalpost or a T. An option to drop your gaze over your left shoulder. Just feel nice in your spine. Just a very gentle twist here to start out. Return your legs to center. Press the soles of your feet down into the ground. And then lift your right foot up off of the ground and grab for behind your right thigh. Slowly begin to press your right heel up toward the ceiling. Feeling this nice stretch in your hamstring. If you'd like, you can grab for behind your shin or just keep your hand behind your thigh. Or if you're super flexible right away and you want to grab for your big toe with your right hand, you can do that as well. Every exhale, see if you can pull your leg just a little bit closer toward your chest. Slowly begin to drop your right foot back down to the ground and take your hands, interlace them behind your left thigh and pull your left foot off of the ground. From here, begin to press your left heel up toward the ceiling, straightening your leg as much as you can. It's okay if your knee is still a little bent. You can keep your hand behind your thigh or behind your shin, or if you'd like, grab for your big toe. You're grabbing for your big toes. Keep your shoulder blades on the ground. Still feel nice and grounded. One more breath in. Pull your leg a little bit closer to yourself on your breath out. Slowly drop your left foot back down to the ground. Grab for behind both of your thighs and rock and roll the length of your spine a few times, massaging your back here. When you get enough momentum, cross your ankles, press your palms down into the ground and come to a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down toward the ground, lift your gaze to the wall in front of you. Exhale, cat pose, curl your spine up, gaze between your thighs. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, cat pose, press the ground away, spread your shoulder blades apart. Come back to a neutral tabletop. So flatten out your spine, gaze between your palms. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. And then settle into this position as you please. You can bend into one knee, bend into the next. Press your palms firmly down and forward, and then lift your tailbone up simultaneously to lengthen your spine. Press your heels as close to the ground as you can, but it's okay if they don't reach the floor. You can even bring a slight bend to your knees if that feels a little better in your body, and bring some more length to your spine. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet behind your wrists at about hip-width distance and drape your torso over your thighs. Sway side to side. Take a generous bend in your knees to feel your belly press against your thighs. An option to grab for opposite elbows. Maybe you interlace your fingers and place them behind your head to let your head hang down a bit heavier. Now drop your arms back down to the ground. Toe heel your feet together to touch, leaving just a sliver of space between your heels. On a nice slow inhale, roll all the way up to stand, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. No rush to get to the top. Whenever you do, extend your arms up overhead. Interlace all of your fingers, releasing your pointer finger and your thumb, so it's like you're pointing up at the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in, ground down through all corners of your feet, and then pull your arms up as high as you can. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Press your hips to the left. Find space along your left rib cage. Inhale, slowly return to center. Reach up as high as you can. And exhale, side body stretch to the left. Ground down to the outer edge of your right foot. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, return up to center. Exhale, release your fingers, easy back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart up toward the ceiling and feel this expanse through your chest. Inhale, mountain pose, reach back up. Exhale, Samastitihi, drop your hands together at your heart. Either soften your gaze or flutter your eyes closed completely. We'll take a breath here, nice deep, full breath in. Controlled breath back out your nose. Blink your eyes open, send your arms down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms overhead, pinkies in, maybe your palms come to touch. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips all the way down to the ground. Option to bend your knees here if that's more accessible and feels good today. Inhale, halfway lift, press your palms to your shins or your thighs. Shift your weight into the ball mounds of your feet and then pull your shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. Tense your fingers on the ground and then lift your heels up as high as you can and pull your inner feet together. So the goal here is to create space in your upper back And then compress the rest of your body. Slowly drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs, flatten out your spine. Exhale, tabletop pose, plant your palms, and then step your knees back to a tabletop. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down to the ground and tuck your toes under behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, press the ground away. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms down to your sides, palms forward. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. You can tense your fingers here, or you can go for a bind, wrapping your forearms around your shins and squeezing your legs. It's a bit of a balance challenge, so you can keep your fingers tented on the ground for now. Drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, tabletop pose, plant your palms, step your knees back. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly down. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Nice deep inhale as you lift up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Drop your arms to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, ride your breath all the way down to your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, ball pose, squat and curl. We'll be here for a couple breaths again. Maybe play with a bind this time. Pull your chin in toward your chest. Feel how that challenges your balance. Squeeze your core in tight. And then expand through your upper back. So spread your shoulder blades apart. Drop your heels back down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, tabletop pose, plant your palms, step your knees back. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath back out your nose. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Flex your right toes down to the ground. One more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms and then drop your left knee down to the ground. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead and breathe here. You can keep your arms overhead if you like, maybe palms to touch, or you can interlace your hand around your front thigh and very gently rock forward and back, feeling this nice deep opening in your left hip flexors. Now inhale, crescent moon, arms back up. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg, tense your fingers on the outer edges of your right shin. Stack your left hip over your left knee. So if you're sitting back super far, move your right foot up a little bit so that your left hip can stack over your left knee. Maintain a nice neutral spine here. Avoid any rounding in your upper back. Begin to shift your weight back forward. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your palms and step your right foot back. Inhale, keep your left heel high. Flex your left toes down. Even the weight in your palms. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your hands and drop your right knee down to your mat. Inhale, crescent moon. Sweep your arms overhead and breathe here. You can keep your arms up, maybe gaze at your hands, or you can interlace your hands around your front thigh. Very gently rock forward and back, being mindful not to move too quickly. Now inhale, crescent moon, arms back up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg, come up onto your left heel, and tense your fingers on the ground. Use your inhales and exhales here. With each inhale, find length from your tailbone through the crown of your head. And with each exhale, see if you can hinge just a little bit deeper. Keep the hinge coming from your hip rather than your upper back. And to shift your weight back forward, inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, downward facing dog, plant your palms, step your left foot back. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out, press your chest closer to your thighs. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your palms, drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your right leg, come up onto your right heel. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms and lift your left knee off of the ground. Inhale, easy twist, extend your right arm up toward the ceiling and breathe here. Feel this nice gentle stretch on your outer right hip, so squeeze your inner thighs toward one another without actually moving your feet. Take a breath in. Twist just a bit deeper on your breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, low lunge, plant your right palm on the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog. Extend your right leg high behind you. Exhale, bend your right knee and open up your right hip. So drop your right knee towards your left butt cheek. Feel a nice opening. Maybe you swing your knee around a little bit, make some circles. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right heel high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your right foot on the floor. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg, come up onto your left heel and tense your fingers on the ground. Inhale, crescent moon, shift forward, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms and lift your right knee off of the ground. Ground down through your right hand. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up toward the ceiling and then either gaze up toward your hand or toward the left wall. Press a lot of weight down into your left heel and then energize your thighs toward your midline and twist your torso a little bit deeper. Breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your left palm on the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg high behind you. Exhale, bend your left knee and open up your hip. So keep your palms pressing down into the ground nice and hard. And drop your left heel toward your right butt cheek. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your left foot on the floor. Inhale, kick your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot between your palms. Drop your left knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your right leg. Come up onto your right heel. Inhale, crescent moon, shift forward, arms up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left knee off the ground. Listen for a change here. Inhale, warrior one. Spiral your back foot down and then reach your arms up overhead. Breathe here and settle into this position as you need. You can walk your back foot in a little bit. I find that helps a lot when you're first getting settled into this pose. Option to take your hands to your hips today and square your hips forward. Press a lot of weight down into your back leg, and then as you press weight into your back leg, Bend deeper into your front knee. Feel this opposing energy from lunging forward and then pressing down into your back foot. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your palms on the ground. Maybe readjust your back foot. Ground down to your left palm. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your right arm up toward the ceiling. Squeeze your thighs together. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right palm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right heel high. Exhale, bend your right knee. Open up your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your right foot down. Inhale, kick your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your palms and drop your right knee down. Inhale, crescent moon, arms up overhead. Exhale, half split. Straighten your left leg. Point your left toes up toward the ceiling. Inhale, crescent moon. Shift forward, arms up to frame your face. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms, lift your right knee off of the ground. Here's the change. Inhale, warrior one. Press your back foot down and then reach your arms over your head. Option to drop your hands to your waist again. And you can readjust as you need. Maybe pull your back foot in a little bit. So in warrior one, your back foot is planted firmly on the ground, pointing a little bit outward, maybe at about a 45-degree angle. But continue to bend down into your front knee. If you find your front knee goes really far in front of your front ankle, then you can step your back foot back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms on the outer edges of your left foot. Maybe readjust your right foot behind you. Press your right palm down. Inhale, easy twist. Extend your left arm up toward the ceiling. Feel the stretch on your outer left hip. Exhale, low lunge, plant your left palm down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left heel high behind you. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop your left foot down to the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Nice deep breath in as you rise up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands together at your heart. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Lift the sole of your right foot and place it on your inner left calf or up on your inner left thigh. Just avoid your left knee joint. You can take whatever arm variation you'd like here. You can press your palms together at your heart. Maybe grab your arms behind your back. Whatever you'd like. So in this pose, it really helps if you press your right foot really hard into your left calf or thigh and then press your left leg back toward your midline. That's gonna activate your low core, and that's really what helps with your balance in this posture. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your right foot down, hands together at your heart. Inhale, tree pose on the left. Lift the sole of your left foot on your inner right calf or thigh. So avoid your knee joint. You never want to press your knee out to the side. You can take whatever arm variation you'd like. You can continue working on something that you've been working on, or you can take a different arm variation today, whatever you're feeling. Externally rotate your left thigh so your left knee presses back toward the wall behind you. Take one more breath in. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your left foot down to the ground. Inhale, mountain pose, extend your arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti, drop your hands together at your heart. Now from here, take your right leg and step to the back of your mat, facing the right side of your space. So spread your legs out nice and wide, however wide you'd like today. Place your hands on your hips, Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. And then you can drop your hands to the floor. You can keep your hands on your hips if you'd like. You can grab for your ankles. Whatever you'd like. Let your head hang heavy. Your goal is to get your head down to the ground. Maybe walk your feet a little bit wider. That will bring the ground a bit closer to you. Now wherever you're at, tempt your fingers on the ground. Come to a halfway lift position. So your spine is about parallel with the floor. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Curl your palms forward to frame your left foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left heel nice and high. Exhale, bend your left knee, open up your hip. Inhale, left heel high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your left foot down. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your spine. Exhale, forward fold, bend down. Inhale, mountain pose. Extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. Drop your hands together at your heart. This time, take your left foot, step your left foot to the back of your mat, and then you can walk your feet as wide as you'd like. We'll take wide leg forward fold again, this time option for a chest expansion. Interlace your hands at the small of your back. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hinge from your hips down toward the ground. You can drop the chest expansion at any time, or you can place your hands on your low back, fingers pointing down toward the ground. Whatever you like here. Now wherever you're at, begin to crawl your palms down in front of your face on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Tempt your fingers on the ground. Parallel your spine with the ground. One more deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Crawl your palms forward to frame your right foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right heel high. Exhale, bend your right knee. Open up your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right heel up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your right foot down to the floor. Nice deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Press your heels down. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Draw your right knee toward your right wrist and plant your shin on the ground. Flex your right foot so that your right toes are facing the wall in front of you. You can either stay upright, or if you like sleeping pigeon, you can hinge down, bring your chest toward the floor, and then ground your forehead on either your hands or your pillow or your blanket that you have nearby, or the ground. Very easy to build up a lot of tension in your hips. So use your breath, focus on your inhales and exhales. With each exhale, release just a little bit more tension you're hanging on to in your body. If you're in sleeping pigeon, begin to press back up onto your palms. Tuck your back toes under, deep breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your right foot toward the back of your mat. Inhale, keep your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Draw your left knee toward your left wrist and plant your shin on the ground. Flex your left toes toward the wall in front of you. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. You can stay upright if you'd like, or if you'd like to drop down to sleeping pigeon, hinge your torso down, drop your forehead toward the mat or your blanket or pillow or your hands. With each exhale, releasing a little bit more tension that you're hanging onto in your hips. If you're in sleeping pigeon, begin to press back up onto your palms. Tuck your back toes under. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Send your left leg toward the back of your space. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank and then lower all the way down to your belly. Keep your palms pressed down into the ground and then press the tops of your feet into the earth really hard. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward one another. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. We'll take 2 more. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chest up. Squeeze your back line. Exhale, lower your chin down. Last one. Inhale, baby cobra. Gently lift your chest. Maybe pull your hands up off of the ground this time. Exhale, lower down. Lower one cheek down to the ground and extend your arms by your side. Feel your heartbeat into the ground. Return your chin to center. Press your palms into the ground. Press all the way up to standing on your knees and then flip over onto your back. Grab your pillow or your blanket or your block or whatever it is you have. And recline onto your back. When you're down on your back, we'll take supported bridge today. So if you want to do normal bridge, if you don't want to do supported bridge, you can always just do normal bridge, just lift your hips up. Or if you want supported bridge today, a little more restorative, take your pillow or blanket, lift your hips up, and then slide your block underneath your sacrum and just sit down on whatever it is you have, your pillow, your blanket, your block. Keep your palms down by your sides, pressing into the floor. Soles of your feet down into the ground. And then let your pillow or blanket or your body just rest into your block. You need to fold your blanket a few times. If you want your hips to lift a little bit higher, you can do that. Be here for 2 more rounds of breath. Now from here, keep your block where it's at and take your legs and lift them up the wall. So the way you position your pillow or blanket should be right beneath your sacrum. And so it should keep your legs up for you. You shouldn't really have to engage any muscles in order to keep your legs up. So if you feel like you're squeezing any part of your body, then maybe readjust your block. Slowly begin to lower your legs back down. Take your pillow or blanket, set it off to the side, grab for behind your thighs. Rock and roll the length of your spine a couple times. Come all the way up to a tall seat with your legs extended out in front of you. Point your toes up toward the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge forward, grab for whatever you can. It's okay if you don't hinge down as far as you can today. You just let your head hang down. Your next inhale, slowly rise back up and then lower down to your back again. When you're down on your back, lift your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins, roll up into one tiny little ball. So pull your forehead up to your knees and squeeze everything together as tight as you can. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Let your arms and legs go long. Let your body fall into whatever position it pleases here. If you want some more support, you can even take your pillow or your blanket that you have and place it maybe underneath your knees or underneath your low back. Sometimes that can feel nice to just relax into. Close your eyes and allow your body a couple minutes to rest. Starting from your toes, release any tension that you're hanging onto in your feet, your ankles. Just let your feet fall out to the sides. Release any tightness in your legs, in your hips, your abdomen. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Feel your belly rise and your chest expands with the natural cadence of your breath. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax the muscles in your forehead. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. I'd like to be guided out this morning. Begin to bring little movements to your fingers and your toes. Roll out your ankles and your wrists. Take a nice long body stretch. Extend your arms overhead. Point your toes. Pull your low back up. Draw your knees into your chest and rock onto either your right or left side, using your bicep as a pillow for fetal pose. And press yourself up to a nice tall seat. You can place your hands on your knees in your lap at heart center. Flutter your eyes closed or soften your gaze to the tip of your nose. We'll finish with a breath. Exhale out any stale air in your lungs. Now take a nice slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel the air enter your belly. Rise all the way up into your chest. Then hold your breath in at the top. Open mouth, exhale, sigh your air out nice and loud. Lift your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. The light in me honors and sees the light in all of you. Bow forward. Namaste.
Thanks, Emily.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.